Now, I don't know a whole lot about semen, but welcome back to Pokemon Yellow.
I'm sorry.
I went to the bathroom in school, and I went to the stall, and I just looked into the thing, and I just thought to myself, I don't know a whole lot about semen. I think this is semen. And immediately after I started laughing, I'm like, I have to open a 1,000 Eudora and a yellow with this.
Well, I hope it comes out the same week.
It will. That's why before the episode I was like, so that was the first episode, right? So I could preference it. So the very beginning of, I mean, you guys will have seen it already. Maybe if like you guys watch both series and coherently. I don't know. Oh shit! It's a Pidgey. Oh yeah, we got Psybeam last episode.
Oh shit! You Psybeam.
I think it has more PP. I don't know if it's gonna be stronger. I mean, that doesn't really show anything because again, it's a Kadabra. I'm pretty sure it's stronger though.
Lapis.
I need to get a lot.
Lapis.
I actually I was talking about this. This is getting heavy, but like, why is everything so? Okay.
Veggie.
I mean, it's Linkin Park, so I guess. I'm so mad. This is a side talk. I'm so salty that I actually kind of like that song. Because not only is it Linkin Park, but it's also fucking Kiara. The chick that made Gold.
Why you gotta be so edgy?
It's not the right melody. Whatever. So, this is gonna get... So right now, as I mentioned in the end slate, if I keep that, which I probably will, and if I don't, I'm gonna be so mad when I'm editing this back, because I'm probably gonna edit them in the next session. That's not the right word, but whatever. But the water event is currently happening, where all the water types are more common. And, I need to get a Lapras in this event. This is gonna get heavy, but, like, fucking...
Death. It has to do with death, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, it actually kind of does.
I know it.
So,
Continue.
I haven't actually talked about this, like, at all.
It's best to reveal to the internet full of thousands.
Oh, well, it's already out there.
Oh, well.
It was established in episode 1 of Mario. It's out there.
Oh, okay.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yes.
So, I'm trying to figure out how to even bring this into a conversation. How to start with this.
You want me to just pull out a list
Wait a
of
minute.
topic ideas?
Just because I know this is going to be the rest of the episode, Rachel, you interested? Alright, there's our title. So, Rachel says, like, oh, I'll watch an episode if I'm interested in the title. So, I'm just going to name the episode Rachel, you interested? And the rest of this is going to be kind of sad. So...
I want Rachel to watch this because it's sad.
No, that's not at all what I meant.
Yeah, he has I Want You eyes.
This does not leave this room. Anyways. And that's not to what John just said, I just did. Anyways, so... I need to stop using this. See? It's not even an Alakazam. And it's already, like, 3 levels higher than literally everything else. I am.
You were saying? Before Rachel leaves?
So... Basically, there's no beating around the bush. Back in October... October 2nd, actually. Me and Caleb lost an aunt. And...
Caleb and I, actually.
You can suck my ass. And...
Oh, actually...
So... Let's roll the die! Anyways, I'm stalling. I'm just stalling. So... Obviously, that's a hard thing to deal with, is losing someone. And as someone who hasn't lost anyone in their real life since 4th grade, and has now lost 2 in the span of 6 months, and by that I mean 6 months ago, it was actually in the span of like 2 months, which is great. So, anyways, it's difficult to deal with stuff, but the last time I saw both, okay, I didn't even tribute to this one just because I wanted to say something out loud, but everything I filmed was just awkward, and then one thing that was awkward but I was gonna deal with, it would crash in the editing software, so I was just like, it's whatever, but it was still more than a title card. What?
It's like Jesus has a plan for that.
Yeah,
It just kept crashing in the editing software.
Yeah, just for this episode of Yellow.
Yep.
So 31 of Yellow.
The giant flying spaghetti monster.
I might name it I don't know. I'm probably gonna do the first thing just because I
Rachel,
already
you
established that.
interested in the giant flying spaghetti monster?
Possibly. My aunt passed in October, and her husband had lost a fight with a disease and passed in November. Am I gonna faint?
You got this.
Yeah,
Actually, you might want to sleep. I didn't even realize he was asleep.
yeah, that's why this thing isn't fainted. I'm just gonna refer to it as fainted for this episode, just because reasons. But okay. So that's hard to deal with, especially for me, because this aunt was very, very. I was very close with her. The last time we saw her was actually in the hospital. It wasn't her in the
She was visiting someone in the hospital?
Yeah, we were all visiting my grandmother actually in the hospital, which she's fine. She's been out and that's actually related to this since.
Want me to
But
tell the story?
what?
What?
You don't even know the story. You don't even know where this is going. I'll tell the story. All right.
You want me to guess where this is going?
I mean, you kind of can, but this is actually important.
Okay,
So,
I'll
like-
joke around about it.
I mean, you can. She would be okay with that. She probably wouldn't care. Like, I'll tell this at the end, maybe. So, all right, whatever. So, I'm skipping ahead. So, last time I saw my aunt was in the hospital for my grandmother. She was fine. It was just a bit of stomach pain. She has this. It's not like we didn't think anything would happen.
Is
to
she
her.
Italian?
And are we? I don't believe.
Okay.
I don't know.
So let's make an Italian joke. If she was.
No, I know you were going to. I'm gonna. This is not working well. I'm gonna go into Corey. He's in the house now. So.
Ooh. Yeah.
So we were at the hospital, and this was August-ish. So, and it's obviously established that Pokemon, I fucking love it so much. I know I've talked some shit with this game. This is probably the worst Pokemon game I've played, like main series.
Ooh, you have not seen Pokemon Coliseum
Main
DX.
series.
Pokemon Coliseum DX.
I've heard great things about XD.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
very good
had
things.
problems with that game.
The Shadow Lugia,
Yeah, that
I have
one.
nothing but good things.
Well, we'll talk about this later.
We'll probably play it eventually. But basically, so another way that's not mainline.
I'm distracting you so much.
No, it's fine. It's fair. I do it to you all the time. Hey kids! Polyworld's gonna probably be the thumbnail Pokemon. So
How many thumbnail Pokemon are you gonna stick into this?
the last time I said that was the last episode
Oh.
with Muck or Grammar.
Oh shit.
We'll probably do both. I don't know. So so Pokemon Go was huge at that point still, and we were talking, and it was like we were showing each other what we had. And that's always what we did, whether it was YouTube videos or in this final instance Pokemon, which I didn't really think about it till now. That's kind of, I don't know, that's actually kind of nice just because I love Pokemon and it was something we fully understood the same level on. Obviously I knew more because I've played
I thought she would know more.
I've played Pokemon
But she's
as a whole
Pokemon
way
master.
more. There's like a slow smirk on you. Anyways, so hey, look, it's Bratloff.
Hey, it's mistaken identity.
Whoops. So
Send out Dong.
Yeah, that'll end well.
Yep.
You're so lucky that my chair like leaned and that just grazed my hand. That literally grazed my. John had the rubber band and like flung it, and
That
it just
was
grazed my hand.
Supposed to go to the right, but it went to the left.
Physics, John. Physics. Anyway, this will be longer.
It's bad hand-eye coordination.
This will be longer, I guess. So, basically, you can get it now. I don't. Whatever. So. Talking about Pokemon, and I said more than anything, the 5 Pokemon that I want more than anything out of this game would be Blastoise, Scyther, Pinsir. You okay, buddy? Do you need assistance?
No.
You swore water the wrong way, I take it?
Maybe.
Should we cut back when you're better?
I'd say just keep going.
Are you sure you're alright?
I'll be fine in a minute.
This is an unfortunate turn of events. Anyways. So, as John faints in the background, so I forget what my full top 5 was, but I know. Are you drinking more water?
No, I'm hitting your humidifier.
Okay, I couldn't tell if you were drinking water or you were like throwing up water.
I'll just drink some more.
I thought you were choking, like throwing up water at first.
No, that would be weird.
So you're hitting the humidity. Okay, so anyways, on that list was Lapras, and so because we were in the hospital, the like love goodbyes were more meaningful, like they are in those situations, and so my mom didn't want me to know my grandmother had gone back to the hospital. This is like a week or 2 later, and but the relevance to this is that my aunt was there again. And the relevance to my mom not wanting me to know and that this is being brought up at all, when my aunt saw my mom, I don't know when the day this was or when the time it was, but it was a very nice, good time, I guess. And you're gonna probably tell where this is going.
She got Lapras.
Yeah, she said to my mom, "Hey, can you show Andrew that I got this? Tell Andrew I got this." And my mom didn't want me to know that my grandmother was in the hospital. And so she's like, I don't want him to know, but my aunt was, she loved this stuff and she loved showing me she would always sorry, Caleb and other people, but I feel like it's almost just sort of known with how alike and similar we were as, you okay? You're just slowly pushing yourself across the floor.
Yes.
But she would always, whenever we would, like, meet people or whatever, and I never got to, like, hang out with her that much, which sucks, and, like, if we become successful off of this, she'll never get to see the success and that stuff, and it hurts, honestly. But she wanted me to see that she caught a Lapras. So my mother, be it as it may, my mother said, "Alright, I'll take a picture and I'll show Andrew later, once my grandmother's out of the hospital." And so she takes a picture of, I'll have to have my mother send it to me again, or I'll find it. How do I get around this? I'll figure this out.
Some water.
No, but how do I... Oh, I missed this completely. So, my mother took a picture off her phone. It's going to be crap quality, but I'll try to put it on screen. I know I have it somewhere. But my mother forgot about it just because it was, like, whatever to her. Which, there's no real rhyme or reason. And then, October 1st, best day in October of 2016. We filmed so much. We got a lot done. October 2nd, we woke up and found the news, and me and Caleb and the family... telling the events of that morning, that's a story for another day. This is already technically over, but whatever. It doesn't matter. But... So... My mother, after the fact, said... I need to find this picture. And she told me... She didn't know who it was, because my mother doesn't give 2 shits about Pokemon. Like... Just dead honest.
That's good.
And if anyone's like... if he's technically giving this as a tribute sort of deal for his aunt, then why are there ads on this video, and why is he swearing? A, she would really want us to make money off of doing shit like this, and B, she swore more than I do. So, answers. So, my mother didn't know the Pokemon, and she told me, and when I saw the picture, and I know I've talked about it a tiny bit, but like I don't cry that much. You've known me for how long? Like
Too long?
don't, yeah, longer than anyone has put up with me. That isn't blood family.
Even blood family.
Even, yeah, but like, but I don't cry like ever. Like I almost never cry. Like
I don't even know. I don't recall any time you cried other than a family member dying.
yeah, I don't even know if you've seen me like, because you weren't there during the funeral stuff, just because well, that's a lie. You went. I meant to say like the grieving thing. You were at the funeral. You were at the wake. You're at the wake.
Yeah, wait.
You weren't at the funeral. You weren't. The reason, and if anyone's like some best friend, it was a school day. It was a school day. He couldn't.
It was by buttfuck nowhere state law. I kind of had to be there.
Yeah, I even though if you look at my transcript, I went Tuesday, but I came in late and I didn't even go to any classes. Like I went to one class and I went back to my study and they were like, A, we're surprised you came at all, and B, you're surprised you went to a class. Never mind civics. You can just stay here for the rest of the day. Because civics is my hardest class. So, anyways, then you know what? We can just flash the Let's Talk Gaming thing. I'm not gonna do any more gameplay for the rest of this. But so John did go to the wake, and he came at a point that we needed it because another side thing. My grandfather will just pass out randomly. He's like, he'll just go unconscious. I was the most sane. Everyone was freaking the fuck out. Like, Caleb left, basically, after that. Like, the three of us had a Let's Talk Gaming hug that we said at the time, Let's Talk Gaming hug, and we, like, laughed about it. But, like...
And then Owen showed up, and he was like... and we were like, oh, the Patreon supporter!
we weren't even launched then. We had filmed a lot, but we weren't even launched then. A Patreon supporter. You pledged enough money to come to family events. It's fucked up, but it's funny, and that's what she would like, so it's okay. Yeah, honestly, if there is a heaven and they're looking down, she's probably cracking her ass off, like, or laughing her ass off right now. She's totally laughing her ass off, so it's perfectly okay.
And the giant flying spaghetti monster is sitting floating right next to her, but, no one knows. He's invisible and undetectable.
So...
Maybe touched
okay. So, anyways, but I saw the image and it burst me to tears because I said Lapras first just because I was at the bottom of my Pokedex and that was the first thing I saw. Like, before I said it, I said Lapras first, and like, the fact that she remembered, she really wanted me to see it, I think that's, besides the thought that she's not going to be at my graduation, that's, I think, what hit me the hardest was that moment, just because it was so out of left field. And that, spoiler alert, I'm gonna make a top 10 sentimental Pokemon video, and Lapras is gonna be high on that list because of this story. But like, it's crazy, and I really hope I can get a Lapras by the end of this water event, just because all the water types are more common. I've seen every single water type except for Totodile, Lapras.
Oh, they had Gen 2, I forgot.
Yeah, Totodile, Lapras, and Kabuto. I've seen one thing from every single line besides those two. And some Pokemon Master I almost said Lugia, when I know Lugia is in Psychic Water. It's another side thing, I'm happy Lugia isn't water flying, because then it'd be 4 times weak to Electric.
Yeah, that'd be kind of bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ho-Ho's incredible, and that's 4 times weak to Rock. Anyways, but...
That's why it's incredible, because it's 4 times weak to rock.
Well, it also has Regenerator. Anyways. That balances out. But, regardless, that's going to be hard for me to edit. I don't really care.
Keeping the NSA out.
I'm probably just gonna skip through this. Like, I'm probably not gonna edit anything out or in. I'm probably just gonna like skip through this so I don't necessarily have to relive it. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird dealing with it. And then, you know, my uncle passed after, and that's always gonna be difficult because he may or may not have passed away on Caleb's birthday, which doesn't make things any easier. And I can't even imagine the thought of that either. I feel awful about that it happening then too. And the last thing I said to both of them were love, because I always end with love, not love you, loved. So the last word I say to someone is just love, not you. Which I know that's corny as fuck, but it's something I do. That's why I'm always like love or whatever when I like end something. And yeah, it's weird to deal with this stuff. And I feel worse for my two younger cousins who were dealing with this at a young age. I was around this age when
Luke and Leia?
Yes, Luke and Leia. Both my male cousins, Luke and Leia.
Luke and Leia. Skywalker.
Yep. So, basically, I lost my granddad, different side of the family, when I was their age. And that was hard on me. And both of them... I'm not going to get into what is some positives that have come out of this, just because I don't want to put other family matters on blast. I might get shit for saying this much, even though it was relatively, like, somewhat sweet. But, yeah, the last thing that kills me, in a way, that my uncle said to me, besides the love and the hug and stuff, the very last thing he said to me was, I enjoyed those videos, those dumb videos you made. And I said, well, I'm working on some stuff now. And he
working on some more dumb video.
Basically, and it was working on Let's Talk Gaming. And he said, well, when you got something out, send me a link and I'll watch it. And I said, all right, it will do. And I didn't do it.
Then we watched.
I didn't.
Treacle Pals.
They've seen Treacle Pals. My account thought it was funny. Actually, I said it. I've been trying to avoid saying her name the whole time, but I put that in the thing for the episode 1 of Mario that was tributed to her. Which, that video also has claimed by Nintendo, so Nintendo makes all the money off of that one, so,
Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Making money off of dead relatives.
Well, okay, let's not go that far. Let's not go that far, John. That's not necessarily the truth.
I know.
It was just a title screen. They're making the money off of our first video. Not dead relative. Jesus. Alright, you know what? That's in my aunt's fashion, we're gonna end on that note.
We're gonna end in Andrew laughing.
Pretty much. Yeah, she would want that. And that's why I love it when I see people like the video and support the video. 'Cause I know it's really corny, but like it makes me feel good. And it's not just because I like, ooh, people like our stuff, money. No, I think we have currently like what, 81 cents in our ad revenue right now.
We're rich now,
and we have like
we're making
70 videos live.
Gas money.
But
quest for gas money.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta play that at some point.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's not even a real game.
Actually,
it's. I'll tell you in between.
I'll tell you another time.
That's the story for another day.
I'm probably gonna let the end slate just be dead audio.
I mean, this is the end slate, basically.
No, well...
You said you're gonna slap the
Let's Talk Gaming thing over it. Yeah.
Literally the last 10 seconds will be the end slate. Like this right now.
Well, no. I'm gonna have, like, an actual, like, end slate. I'll cut it to black. I'll do the standard thing just with, like, silence or whatever. We'd get a copyright strike. I can slow it down. It's... You know, every amount of success, like, at least on my end... Whatever amount of success we get from anything, or that I get, it's always going to be tributed to them. I'm always going to give tribute to them more than anything. Because my parents won't argue this. Caleb won't. No one will argue this. Auntie Karen supported what I did in comedy and everything more than anyone else. She got it more than anyone else. The part in Zelda Ocarina, I'm like, it's our daddy, Senpai fist me! Where Caleb's just like, stop. If she saw that, she would have laughed her ass off.
Does she know what senpai is?
No, but she still would have laughed her ass
Okay.
off. She would have laughed at every shitty joke we made. And she would have meant it. And, you know, I always want to make her proud, and I always want to succeed, but I know that whatever I do in life, as long as I'm happy, I'm doing that.
Even that is fisting daddy senpai.
Alright.
Talk to you later.
Love.